Professor Yinka Morogbe. She's going to share with us for about 30 minutes on the Edo State Task Force, some of the challenges, some of the opportunities for growth, and this was a task force that as I mentioned earlier, was implemented in 2018 by His Excellency Governor Godwin Obaseki, and they've been working diligently since that time. I believe it was August of 2018 to fight the scourge of human trafficking here in Edo State. So without further ado, please help me make welcome Professor Yinka Morome.
Thank you very much, and apologies for being late, and congratulations for being there for me. Because I know that I'm supposed to have gotten here by 12. At least I was supposed to start by 12:30. So sorry, I forgot that. Yes, so thank you very much. I am very pleased to be here today, and I'm going to speak and connect with you briefly on successes, challenges, and opportunities. First and foremost, we are the first task force. There was nothing like a task force in Nigeria until Edo State started one. So I think we need to understand that, and that it is completely us that started, and the brainchild, it's the brainchild of Governor Obaseki. And we started in August 2017. I had just come in as commissioner in July. And this was his idea for us to have a task force. And in fact, his primary concentration was actually on law enforcement. That was really the primary thing that he was concerned with. And he understood that for you to do anything effectively, you need the backing of the law. So one of the first things we did as soon as we were inaugurated was to start the drafting of the Edo State Task Force law that came into being in 2018, which may be why you see the outside is talking about 2018, but we've been around from that time, from 2017. And as a result of us, there are several task forces all over the country, and they emulate us. They even emulate our law. There's only one difference that I know of, one major difference. Obviously, everybody personalizes. But that major difference is the sole reason I can be standing here now. And that is that in our law, the chairperson is not mandated to be the Attorney General of the state. Otherwise, I won't be here. As leaving as Attorney General, I would automatically have relinquished this as I have relinquished other jobs. It's been a very good time, interesting time, in so many different ways, and it's good that we are going to share on this. So this is a task force. It's currently still chaired by me for a very short while because we have 4-year intervals. But I'm here for the next few months. There's some other commissioners there, and then there are many other different people. We have the different stakeholders represented. There are the religious bodies, community persons. We have significantly the law enforcement agencies. We have the police. We have the DSS. And we have the immigration service there. We have the commissioner of police as a member. So we have objectives to reduce human trafficking in the state. We're also to assist in support and rehabilitation of victims of human trafficking. We're to work in collaboration with relevant agencies and bodies in addressing the problems of human trafficking, and to research and promote strategies and policies to eradicate human trafficking. And these are 4 pillars, and we have assiduously worked at trying to ensure that we actively deal with the different pillars. But the primary area that we have probably concentrated on and had the greatest strength, or the primary ones, will probably be in rehabilitation and reintegration, in advocacy, I believe that our weak pillar has been and remains investigation and prosecution. We have also been on with research and data analysis. We actually did a monitoring and evaluation study the year before COVID, yes. So that's actually sometime 2019, and we're expecting to be able to do another one now. So we've had different achievements. Next slide, please. And we put some of these ones here. You know that there were lots of people coming from being repatriated from Libya, and we were in the forefront there to the extent that whilst all the data concerning the entities that have been involved in this area, the data is national, with the exception of us. We are the subnational that has functioned very effectively there. We have always been at the airport to welcome our people whenever they have come in. But you know that, I guess the IOM is here somewhere. That program is either coming to an end or has come to an end. And in any way, COVID would sort of have killed the program for whatever different reasons there are. It has not been able to, it hasn't been as effective so far. But anyway, that is the situation. But we were there. Notably, we did not miss a single trip. Some of you are here that were on the trip. We never missed a single plane load. We were always there to bring back our Edo citizens and our Edo residents. You're too far back. Okay, no, you're right. So we have supported them with psychosocial, sorry, you should go back. Yeah, okay, so these are the breakdown of the different persons that we've had, predominantly men. You'd say that nearly 2/3 are men that have come in, over 5,000 people, 5,163 as of September 2020. And I think the people who are going, after September, I think 1 or 2 little plane loads came in. Is Nathaniel in this room? No, he doesn't. Okay. So we've had what? This is more or less the statistics. Next one, please. We have given a lot of support to the returnees, and we continue to give them a lot of support. They come to us for different things. So right from when we brought them in and housed them in Edo hotels for some time, we have continued. So they have problems, they come to us. When there are trainings, they come to us. We're very grateful to the different agencies who train them directly. We hear about everything that is happening. We give them full medical support till now. For some critical ones, it's ongoing. Their counseling is ongoing. Skills development is important. We've organized training programs, but we've hardly had to now, thanks to all of you committed partners. Next slide, please. Okay, so we've had different medical cases, and they are listed here. So there are actually quite a number of cases, and there are different things ranging from appendectomies to malaria to inflammatory diseases to gunshot wounds to chronic diarrhea, all sorts. Next one, please. And so we also gave out stipends in the beginning, but it was very expensive, and so we discontinued at a time. The governor approved 20,000 a month for 3 months for them. So we did that for about half of them. We, by ourselves, in partnership with some other entities, such as the Office of the Vice President of the Office of the Wife. In fact, the wife directly, Her Excellency Mrs. Oshibajo, was involved in training some returnees there. We've referred the 2,000 returnees to be trained and empowered. We've given long-term and short-term shelter to different people. We've given long-term shelter through different groups, through Kosudo. Kosudo has had a few in the beginning. The First Lady's shelter has had one or two. And I think Pathfinders, your shelter, you have 2 of our people now, is it? It is one person there. And then we've settled them in their homes. Some of them have been settled in their homes. We've helped them to do things there. Next slide, please. We've been very, very involved in advocacy and sensitization programs from the onset. I think that has been a major achievement of ours. We've gone all around different places, the 3 senatorial districts, different communities. We go to them directly. We have town hall campaigns. We have markets, storms. It hasn't been possible to do that during COVID. But prior to that time, we were very much on the ground. And so what we've tried to do now is to get off the ground and maybe go more into media. But we're very happy that we've ended up with a lot of people that are our partners. That is, the returnees themselves are our partners and our ambassadors. And I'll talk about them soon, in about a minute. This is some of the things we've done: town hall meetings, door-to-door campaigns, visiting markets. The stage play, we have a stage play, The Falling Star, which we even took to Abuja. We have all these things that are on our website, which is down now, but should come up shortly. And we have generally collaborated with traditional rulers all over the state. We visited the Oba, we visited the Otago Obachi, we visited the different traditional rulers in Edo Central. And also when we go into the different villages, we always are in partnership with the Emigi that are in the area where we work. Next slide, please. So we are fortunate that we're empowered to arrest and prosecute suspects of human trafficking. This is our data as of September 2020. We had done 107 cases. And we have different data here, but my sadness in the data is that we are yet to have even one judgment, even if it's against us. So that is a big sadness that we have. We have a partner. It's true. It's a big sadness. We have a partner that has helped with rehabilitating the courts and getting them electronic, basically ensuring that they can work fully electronically, but I'm very aware that that has not yet come up totally as it should. There's a last thing that should be done. So like I've said, incredibly important to us. We need to emphasize that trafficking is not an international crime alone. There's a lot of it occurring domestically, and our investigation unit is involved with a lot of domestic trafficking as well. And, I put that against the background of what we've said here, that among trafficker recruiters that have been arrested are pastors and traditional herbalists. There's also orphanage homes that are very, very involved in that. It's a known fact that a lot of orphanage homes are actually trafficking places. There's a lot of internal trafficking, but I'll go out. I won't talk too much about that. Now, the level of human trafficking has reduced drastically. Can you move to the next slide, please? Okay. It has reduced drastically. This has even been recognized. The 2019 report, the report of trafficking in persons by the US government recognized that, even as it noted that we were not too great in the area of convictions. But happily, NAPTIP, to a great extent, has stepped up, and there's a lot happening with NAPTIP, so we're very happy when NAPTIP gets constitution. We are happy, that is true, and I have to emphasize, because when talking about the agencies that are our partners, I didn't mention NAPTIP, who we had actually talked with from the onset. We've had different, relationships take time to grow, but without a doubt, there is a partnership with NAPTIP, a very definite partnership, and we rejoice in each other, and we're very happy because we're in it together. And so your successes, NAPTIP, wherever you are here, well done. Yes, and so we know that our efforts were significant in taking us away from the tier 2 watch list to tier 2. But we know that you have to keep on working. There's a new report coming out soon, and we need to know what, we need to make sure we're on track. And like I've said, our success has led to different states all having a task force. So, our successes, I think I am ending the successes with talking about our shelter. Our shelter is major. And again, I have to really give all the good, credit to the Governor Godwin Obaseki, because We kept on talking about needing a shelter, needing a place to put people. And I know that wherever I would go, I'd say, we need a shelter, we need a shelter, we need a shelter. And the governor heard, and the governor gave us a shelter. And it is really a shelter. There is nothing like it. The truth is, we have a world-class place, and we have a world-class, we have a campus. It's not, it's true. It's a campus. Have you not been there? You must come. We don't have a building. We have a campus with all the different facilities that we will need to be able to look after them. So that is an achievement, having the building. And of course, we flow into the next challenge that we'll surely meet. And that is making the center, no, please stay on that slide, making that place world-class. We always say we have a world-class center. And when we say that, we talk like Nigerians who look at a building and say it's world-class. That's very true. What we have there is, but what it really is it has the potential to be world-class, because management and administration will kill it if we don't do the right thing. So what we're working on, the challenge is to really make sure that we put all the structures in place to ensure that it gives and provides world-class services. So the facility will be maintained, and the services that we offer, by the grace of God, will be world-class. Now, we have a great partnership going on. And these are our migrants that we have brought in. I don't know if you people have heard of the go-getters, because that is what we call them. These our go-getters are just marvelous people, marvelous migrants who have taken a journey, have come back, and are strong people, have decided to entrench themselves here and become very successful. And we are partnering with them. They have a very good structure. They're spread all over the states. There are thousands of them. And in addition to the migrants that we ourselves brought in, there are migrants that have partnered with them that maybe came back beforehand. So they're a formidable, very good structure, and they have really been very, very useful to us. And they're also going to partake very much from this shelter, because, the flights have gone down. We're concentrating on looking after the people and making sure that the people have reasons to actually stay. So the shelter is really important. So can we go to the next slide? So the go-getters are very, very, very important. And I believe in this year you're going to hear much more about them. Through the go-getters, we can get into every single ward in Edo State. There is a structure in every single local government. And we are very much partners with them. So we have these, the challenge and opportunity. They're so linked together, because the challenge is often the gateway to great opportunities and great successes. So I will start off with the first thing, which is funding. And I'll say that is an area that we really need to work on. The government has funded our work to a great extent, and we have benefited from the different interventions of partners in different ways. We welcome those interventions. We want them to still continue. I think our growls sometimes might be, in fact, my growls and my open growls is when they intervene, and I'm grateful, but it's not really what I wanted. There are some other things I really want. So of course, you have to think in terms of making sure that you intervene in the areas that you want as well. So the state always has to have money. The state has paid for practically everything. Stipends 100% came from the state. So much has come from the state, directly, indirectly, but we thank the different partners. I think our last Migrant Day, you were partner with us, the December, so we thank Pathfinders that is here for partnering with, please let us clap. So thank you very much. And I know that the other ones here is just that I don't know. I don't know the people. So we have had people at different points. We've had different trainings abroad, different trainings for the investigators, for different arms, for the investigators, for the prosecutors. They've gone abroad for different things. The US trainings for US, Italy, Egypt, Botswana. We've had different trainings, different interventions. But we really need interventions now, and a lot of interventions are to partner with us to make our shelter a success as well. We need dedicated and knowledgeable people to carry the vision forward. You need dedication and you need some sort of, not some sort, you do need a sort of passion that will push this work forward, because passion is very, very important, especially if you're working from the government side, because for different reasons, we don't get money directly. We get through agencies. But you see passion shows, and once they see passion, I think they come in and they're ready to partner, but we still need these partners. We need sustainable international partnerships, and we need sustainable and permanent partnerships with stakeholders, you and I, the market women, the Enigye, everybody around. And then, of course, lastly, that's the most important part. And I found that generally in life, when you want to stimulate change or you want something to happen, it's very important to change mindsets. And what you find is a lot of mindsets are still stuck. Mindsets that are stuck and have negative impressions. I think we've changed some to an extent. I don't think people now think all the thieves that are around are returnees. At a point, they tried to say so at one time. Are people still saying that? Well, that way it's ignorance. It's clearly not returnees. Incidentally, in the same way as the thieves all around now are not ex-prisoners, but that's another story. A lot of those things are biases and mindsets. In the same way, the girls who go out there and are prostituted, it's not that they like it and they choose it. That's just the bottom line. You need to understand that. And you need to understand that your daughters and those ones aren't actually any different. There are a lot of things that we need to do. So meaningful mindset changes are important. And I found that one has to work at that. They don't just come about, because a lot of them are rooted in discrimination, rooted in inequality. For the opportunities, for me, they are endless. They are endless. And I'm sure that as we talk and as there are groups like this, we will be able to locate some that will help us to actually achieve our objective, which is to make trafficking history in Edo State and to break the relationship between Edo State and human trafficking and irregular migration. Thank you very much.